So, Micah and Kenzie, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay. Alexa, start a 3-minute timer now.
3 minutes, starting now.
Go pull her hair out of her so she doesn't eat her hair.
Are you a hungry dog?
Oh, whoa, Micah.
Put your pizza back. Here, I'll help you.
Help him. Oh, you're not supposed to use your hands.
I can't flip it. Flip it.
Oh, you got
Will I
some.
take the whole pizza?
Yeah. Until 3 minutes is up. See how much you can eat. Looks like you're just eating the toppings.
I think Kenzie's eating hair.
This is the fastest I've ever saw y'all eat pizza. What are you doing? Keep going. You can get a drink if you need a drink.
Give me a drink.
Here, Daddy, come take this and I'll put her hair back.
Pizza eating machines.
Keep going. You can.
I need to do this right here.
There you go.
Ah, you can't use your hands.
Move that.
You even sound like a dog, Kenzie.
Huh? It's in my nose house. It's in my nose house.
There you go.
In my nose.
No hands. Kenzie's doing better than you are. Oh, don't use your hands. Start and eat from the bottom, not from the crust. Since when do you eat pizza from the crust? Get a drink.
Kenzie, you should start eating like this more often.
I'll get it.
Flip pizza.
Go pizza, go pizza, go.
All right,
Time's up.
Dang it.
So it looks like
Alexa, shut down.
Hold on here.
I think Kenzie got you, Micah.
Definitely.
All right, so that was a lot of fun watching Micah and Mackenzie race in the pizza eating challenge, right?
Interesting.
Micah's a little salty because he got beat by a girl.
Oops.
But anyways, so I bet you're even more excited to see Jessica and I do it. And I mean, look at me. Do I look like a better pizza eater than her? I mean, come on.
He probably is.
Yeah, I'm gonna win that. So, anyways, you know that we have a lot going on with all these challenges, right? And they've been fun. They've been exciting. I hope you guys have been having a good time with it. But Jessica and I was thinking about the challenge after Haley and Hannah mentioned it to us on the video. And we were kind of thinking about biting off more than you can chew. You know, sometimes we may tend to do that, or sometimes we may never take a chance at biting off something more than what we can chew. So I'm going to let Jessica kind of explain. We've got a couple components that we've kind of thought about that would maybe help this make some more sense to you guys.
So the first one that we're going to talk about is the fearful component. So how many times has God told us that we need to do something and we are scared? We're in fear. We start to like question whether it's really God or whatever it might be. Like for example, maybe God tells you that you need to pray for somebody. Maybe this happens at church and you're supposed to go over and you're supposed to pray for this person. And you might take a small bite. So you'll stand right where you are and you'll quietly stand in your spot and you'll just bow your head and you'll just start to pray for that person. And you do it where nobody can see you, nobody can hear you, nothing. But you were supposed to go over and you were supposed to pray for that person. You were supposed to actually talk to them and tell them and pray for them to them. But you only just partially do what God says. So your fear, you're living in that fear, and you don't want to fully give to God and do exactly what God wants you to do. So that's the fearful component. Joey's going to talk about the next one.
So the next component that we have kind of thought about was the greed component. Getting all that I can. You know, being greedy about something. Maybe like not really thinking that there's an abundance more out there, right? I mean, we stop at the good feeling that God gives us for doing something for someone else, and then we don't continue to accept it and do it again and again and again. You know, like not sharing the blessing that God's given me with other people. So when we really think about biting off more than we can chew, how many times do we really go for it? You know, I mean, how many times does the thought of, myself...
Let my dog out, sorry.
He has a bladder problem. He likes to pee a lot. So, I mean, that's the two components that we have so far, being fearful, maybe being letting greed set in. The next component I'm going to let Jessica talk about.
Okay, and the next one is called the common sense component. So anytime that we are, like, God tells us to do something, we start to use our common sense. And we're like, there's no way I can do that. There's no way. It just doesn't make sense. There is no logical way that I can honestly do exactly what God's asking me to do. And so many times we get that in our mind, and we get robbed of our blessings because we think, well, it's just not going to happen. There's no way, there's no logical way that that's going to happen. And that brings us to our last component, and that component is faith.
Having the faith to, giving God our faith so that we can, conquer things, not for the kingdom, so that we can do things and build upon the kingdom. Having the faith to walk on water like Peter did. Jesus walked on the water, but Peter took a shot at it, right? I mean, could you imagine, was that maybe biting off more than he could chew? Absolutely. And then when he seen that it was Jesus, and he stepped out in faith, and I'm sure that it was fearful at first, but he overcome those things, and because he put his eyes on Jesus. So, I mean,
sometimes biting off more than we can chew is consistent with allowing God to use us, having the faith that God will provide a way whenever we think that there's no way, whenever we think that this virus is never going to end, or we think, that there's no way that we'll ever have the courage to go over and pray for someone.
Well, the zombies have to come first before the virus is over, right? The zombies have to come.
Oh, Lord. Lord help us.
That's how most of the movies go. Is that how this really is?
But anyways, we wanted to let you guys know that we hope that you are using the lessons that we're kind of giving you guys a little bit. But also, we hope that you are biting off more than you can chew. That you are allowing God to use you in this time and for the rest of your lives.
But it's a hard thing to step out in boldness and do something for God because we're scared. I mean, we have that fear factor. We have that fear component. And, I mean, it's never really comfortable. But when you do, God just blesses you so much, and he loves us so much. And then, the joy that we bring to other people as well And it's awesome to see God take something so small and make it so big. You know, I mean, look what all He's created. Look, I mean, He fed how many people with just a little boy's lunch, right?
So are you ready to take these pizzas and make them our lunch?
Oh, I'm so ready for some pizza.
Oh, he's going down.
Oh, no way. Pizza champ.
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right, guys.
Are you ready?
Here we go.
Are you guys
All
ready?
right, so are you ready to do this?
Oh, pizza?
I'm
Yes.
totally
Yeah, I
totally
like
gonna
pizza.
blow my Weight Watcher points out of the water for this challenge.
Yep, so then
And guys,
means
I have pizza up
I
my
get to eat all
nose
your
hole.
pizza.
You can eat all my pizza?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't have to do the challenge?
No, I'll do it for you.
Mom,
Are you sure?
No, you definitely do the challenge.
Okay.
Mom, I have it in my nose.
All right, guys. So we were challenged to take 3 minutes and eat as many pieces of pizza as we can. But the catch is we can't use our hands.
No.
This is
hands.
about to get messy. Are y'all ready with the extra slices of pizza?
Who do you think's gonna win?
Yeah, who do you think's gonna win?
I think both because I think Daddy would eat it more because he's a messier eater.
Who do you think Dad's gonna
messy.
win?
Mom is kind of slow eating, so Daddy will go
This
first.
is so I
All right.
can win.
Alexa, start a 3-minute timer.
Michael, you say go.
Go.
Now.
Okay, good.
I should have learned from Kenzie.
Why are you eating the crust?
He's eating the crust.
Got it.
Like a move.
I'm really
Recording the
hungry.
video.
This is really hard to get in your mouth.
Dad.
You're tearing it. Tearing that pizza up, Mom. You're tearing it up.
Dad, come on. You said you were a messy eater and you have to eat fast.
Hurry. Beat your mom. Beat mom.
Dad, give him another pizza. Give him
No,
another
he's
pizza.
not done. I'm just getting the pizza ready.
Get the pizza ready for him. Eat it, Dad.
Eat it.
I'm trying.
I'll just eat it for you.
Dad barely got that pizza up.
Not fair.
Here's how you can do it.
Make a move.
And you can eat it out there.
It's not getting in the way. Mom, get a drink probably.
No, this is bad gluten.
He's ripping those pizzas.
This
And
is
you're ripping it.
it's this
Pizza
interesting. This is really
It's all over your
interesting.
beard.
Hey, Haley, I really like you guys.
It's all over your beard.
I got that water.
Mom,
You haven't even finished one pizza.
I'm trying.
He's on his second pizza. About to go
I'm
on
doing
his
the best
third
I can.
Pizza. Sound is going very funny. He's about to get pizza.
give him two because Mom's almost done too. You better hurry up, Mom.
Oh, it is all done.
It'll give you heartburn, Dad.
I'm anyways.
Dad, it'll give you heartburn.
Really eats.
Yeah, Dad, you'll get heartburn.
Smoking you.
I know you are.
Hurry, Mom.
I'm trying.
I'll eat it for
Ugh. How do you not have any pizza on your face?
you. Because you have a beard and she doesn't. And you're messy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a loser. I did win the bunny challenge though. Just saying. I'm just putting that out there. I did win the chubby bunny challenge.
Yeah.
But anyways, we have had so much fun doing this. This has been crazy. But like, I guess since you were the winner, you can choose who we're going to be calling out.
I think the next challenge call out goes to Skylar and Cameron.
Uh-oh, what will they come up with?
I don't know. A steak eating challenge?
All right, guys, you have 48 hours to come up with a challenge, video it, and send it to us, and we will do it. Love you guys.
Love
Miss
you.
you.
See you. Bye.